Hello guys, welcome back to Between the Ropes TV. Now this is a bit of a different sort of video for you, but finally we have the full undercard for the history-making event on September the 10th between Savannah Marshall and Claressa Shields. Now, obviously that main event, it's one of the biggest fights in certainly women's boxing, if not boxing full stop. It's for the undisputed middleweight titles. And, for those who don't know, it's at the O2. It happens on UK soil, which is even better, as we saw another huge women's fight, which we will get onto in a moment, that took place in America. So buzzing to have this one in the UK. And it's going to be an all-women's card as well. And massive respect to Sky Sports and Boxer, because it's not pay-per-view. It's just as part of, your Sky subscription, which you still do have to pay for. But we'll get onto the undercard now. And I think they'd have been more than justified putting this one as a pay-per-view card. So obviously, chief support, which again we have known about for a little while, Mikaela Mayer versus Alycia Baumgardner, and that's unification in the super featherweight division. Mayer's a huge emerging talent, obviously signed with Top Rank, and they've got their deal with Sky. That's why she's there. And fair play to Matchroom and DAZN. They've let Alycia Baumgardner, who shocked the world when she stopped Terry Harper in emphatic fashion last November, go over to Sky for this, and that's a risk, isn't it? Because potentially she could go over, lose her belt, and then what? So massive respect to all parties involved for getting that fight across the line. And it's a main event within itself, let's be honest, never mind the chief support. Going down the card, and this is where it's exciting. Sky have put a lot of resources with Boxer to sign these Olympians and the emerging talent. And obviously Lauren Price made her debut a few weeks back. She'll be in her second professional outing, which is very, very exciting, as well as Karris Artingstall. Now, Olympic medalists, huge talents. Now, don't get me wrong, as will be the vibe for also April Hunter and Georgia O'Connor, who've been added to the card. It's obviously a left side of the scorecards heavy card. So I'm expecting all these fighters to win, but what an exhibition of female talent. And, you don't get that on every card now, We've spoken quite a lot on this channel that certainly Matchroom and DAZN, we've become accustomed to them putting on monster cards from top to bottom that you wanted to see every single fight. And those standards they have slipped this year, which is a little bit frustrating, and certainly the frequency of cards. But over the last few months, Sky and Boxer are really emerging as, for me, they're right back up there. The development and growth that they've shown in the last year. Obviously, Eddie Hearn took his stable over to DAZN, and Sky had to start from scratch, and credit to them. They've done a great job, along with obviously Ben Shalom and Boxer and the team, to build this stable. And don't get me wrong, as I said, it is left column heavy, and I'm expecting all these women to win and win well. But it's just the exhibition of talent, isn't it? It's one to really get excited about. And we've also got Caroline Dubois on the card now. I make no secret, for me, give it another 18 months, possibly 2 years, she's going to be headlining her own cards. She's an absolute talent. And I'm really, really excited to see her back. So, top to bottom, this is a fantastic card. And, Matchroom and Eddie Hearn have been very vocal about the growth that they've put into women's boxing. And obviously Sky were a huge part of that up until last summer when obviously their partnership ended. But it's great to see Sky carry on with it, because it would have been quite easy. They lost the biggest star in women's boxing in Katie Taylor. They could have easily gone in a different direction, but it's great to see that they haven't. They've stayed on it, and they've given us a card like this. And the talent on this card, forget women's boxing, it's for me one of the most exciting cards of the year, because although you're expecting to see them all win, the quality that we should see from these women, it's enough to get any boxing fan excited about. But I do have one question, and I'm going to answer it myself, but I also want your guys' thoughts. So do let us know in the comment section what you think. But the fact that this is a history-making event, and for a long while, we've talked about Shields, Marshall, Taylor Serrano. Some people think Taylor Serrano is bigger. Other people think Shields and Marshall. But for me, the fact that they've gone in and made it an all-women's card, does that make it better? Because although Taylor Serrano was a huge event, for me, it was fight of the year so far. and we did a video on that, and I talked about the promotion behind it all and the reasons why. But I've got to be honest, as good as that undercard was, and like Liam Smith, Jesse Vargas, great fight. But in terms of what this card does for women's boxing and women's sport, really, I think it's bigger. I mean, I could be wrong, but guys, let us know in the comment section what you think. And also, don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button. We've got lots of great videos coming for you this week, so we will see you on the next one.